Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then my name's Katie, and if you are not new, then welcome back. So about a month ago, I had the pleasure of partnering with e.l.f. Cosmetics, and I guess they liked me because guess what? I'm partnering again with e.l.f. Cosmetics in today's video, and they are highlighting 16 products for 16 years, and I am here to show you these products. So thank you so much to e.l.f. for sponsoring today's video, and also happy birthday. And I know that a lot of you guys, just like e.l.f., are celebrating your birthdays in quarantine, and I know that's very unfortunate, but I still think that you should make the most of it and get all dolled up and celebrate in your own little way. So that is what we are going to do in today's video. We are going to get super glam on a budget, and then when we're allowed out and you can actually properly celebrate, you'll already have a makeup look ready to go for a night out on the town. So this is my go-to look if I'm trying to look more sexy and sultry, and I just want to look hot. I'm not saying I'm hot, but you know what I mean. So not only is this look going to be very affordable, it's going to be very simple, but even though it's simple, it's one of those looks where it looks like you tried really, really hard and people are just kind of like, oh my God, wow. It's one of those. e.l.f. as a brand is all about giving people those oh my God makeup moments, and this is definitely going to be one of those. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in watching, then just keep watching. Oh, I can't do it. I'm so tired. I don't know how I feel about this. Target was out of yellow Red Bull. How are you just out of yellow Red Bull? What the hell's wrong with you? Alright you guys, we're going to start this video off with some skin prep, and I'm going to first start off with the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Face Cream, and this has hyaluronic acid and peptide complex. So I'm just going to put this, everywhere. So first, I just like to rub that cream into my face, but then I just like to go like this and just press it in to make sure it really sinks in. And this stuff makes your skin just feel so soft after you're done using it, and it's really good under makeup as well. My lips are going through it clearly, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of this exfoliator on my lips. It smells so good. It smells like coconut. I really like this applicator too because it's like a sugar scrub, but it's not in a pot. I don't know, I'm just not really a fan of potted lip stuff. It's not awful, but I just prefer something like this. I'm pretty sure you could just eat this if you wanted to. I am kind of hungry. My stomach keeps growling. And then I'm just going to go in with the e.l.f. Ride or Die Lip Balm in Mint. Oh, I love this stuff. This is good stuff. I'm going to try to remember to tell you guys the prices of everything, but just in case I forget, I'm going to link everything in the description box for you guys. But the lip exfoliator is only $4, and then the lip balm is only $5. So for primer, we're gonna just be a little bit extra because remember, this is supposed to be for a night out, maybe you're going to the club, maybe you're going dancing. So I'm gonna use two different primers, and this is the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer. I feel like it's okay to be extra when you're spending this amount of money because both of the primers that I'm gonna be using are only $8. So you can be extra, but you're not really paying extra, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna put the matte primer where I would get oily. So right here on my forehead, maybe a little bit on my chin, in between my eyebrows. I don't know where all this glitter came from, but I literally have specks of glitter all over my face. I don't just wake up with glitter face. I don't know where it's coming from. But anyway, now I'm gonna go in with a poreless putty primer, and I'm going to just put this where my pores are large. So that would be right here. You always want to make sure that in your skin prep, you're really pressing the product in and it's not just sitting on the surface. Oh, there's a fly in here. Who invited you? Next for foundation, we're going to go in with the Flawless Satin Foundation, and this is in the shade Linen. And I'm just gonna pick this up on the e.l.f. Total Face Sponge. This is the shade that I picked out for the last video that I filmed, and I was way tanner than I am now. This shade is ridiculous. Oh my God. Whoops. Alright, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and this is in the shade Light Sand, and I'm going to be doing some major correction with this. So I'm going to apply more than I usually would because I need to fix what we have going on right now. And then I'm actually gonna go in with this other sponge from e.l.f. This is just their little concealer sponge, but I'm going to blend this all out. This concealer is literally so freaking good. Some of these products, when I put them on, it's actually ridiculous how inexpensive they are and how well they perform. It's just as pretty as some of the $30 concealers that I use. All right, that's looking a lot better. So next we are going to go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder, and this is in the shade Light. I'm almost positive. I don't have the box, but I'm almost positive this is in the shade Light. I'll link the correct one below. Oh, there's the lid. And this powder actually does have like a slight luminosity to it, but I actually don't mind it for under the eye. I feel like it's not anything crazy. I'm just gonna put the lightest amount under my under eye. I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but this powder just has a really, really pretty like luminosity to it. There's absolutely zero shimmer in it. I really am not sure the ingredient that makes it kind of just have like a glow to it, but I really, really, really like this powder. And I'm just setting my T-zone with this. So my chin, my forehead, my nose, under my eyes, you know the places, just basically where I put concealer. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Primer Infused Bronzer, and this is in the shade Forever Sun-Kissed, and I'm going to bronze my face with this. So in all the usual spots, I'm just gonna go along my forehead. If you're someone that has a smaller forehead, don't feel like you need to bronze your forehead. I just do because I feel like it ties everything together. And I'm actually just going to contour with this color as well because it's actually a really, really pretty tone. It's hard to find drugstore bronzers that you can use as contour powders because a lot of them are just like really warm toned, but this is like a really nice neutral color and you can get away with it. So I'm just gonna contour right in this area. If you're someone that feels like you're pretty heavy-handed with your bronzer and your contour, I would recommend using a fan brush because it's harder to mess it up this way. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Primer Infused Blush, and this is in the shade Always Cheeky. And then just picking this up on an angled brush and kind of like dusting off the excess on the palm of my hand, I'm just going to stamp this on my cheeks. And I always say this, but I really like to keep my blush placement kind of out here most of the time. Sometimes I'll do different placements depending on what I'm doing. Like I know in my last video or the video before that? I think it was my last video, but I kind of like did my blush in like a W where it kind of went like this. But most of the time, I like to keep my blush out here. All right, I know I always do this, you guys, and I promise that very soon I'm gonna be doing a dedicated brow video, just like a quick little dedicated brow video so that you guys can see 100% how I fill in my brows. But it's just a process, it takes a long time. So I'm going to fill in my brows off camera and I'm going to contour my nose and then I will be right back. All right, we are back and the brows are filled, and for my brows, I use the Instant Lift Brow Pencil, and this brow pencil is literally $2. $2. Like, I literally don't understand how they make their products so affordable. And they're really good products. I mean, mind you, I do typically use about 3 different products to fill in my brows, but I only use this pencil, and it's just, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to say. It's just crazy. Like, $2. And it comes with a spoolie. Like, it's crazy. So I have not applied any highlighter yet, and that's because I wanted to first apply this monochromatic stick. And this is in the shade Glistening Peach. And these are only $4, and you can literally use them on your eyes, on your lips, on your cheeks. So I'm gonna apply this on the back of my hand, and this is actually a cream to powder formula. And I know that this seems like very, very scary, but I kind of want my cheeks to have like a little bit of a shine and glow to them without them being like glossy. e.l.f. makes a face gloss, but I'm not trying to go for like super, super gloss vibes. So what I've done before, and it actually is really pretty, is I'll just take 1 pump of the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dewy Primer, and I'll just do 1 pump, like barely even. on the back of my hand, and I'll mix it together with a sponge. So I'm kind of like mixing the blush and the primer in together. And then I'll just take this and I will pat it into this kind of like upper part of my cheek area. I'm avoiding the contour line, and I'm just gonna tap it kind of like into the top, and I'm not gonna go for like a super overly like highlighted look. This is all I'm gonna do. It's just really pretty because when you turn your head, the light just kind of hits your cheek. I hope you could see it, but trust, it's very, very pretty. So moving along to eyes, this eye look is literally so freaking simple, but it just looks like so sexy and sultry. What you're going to do is you are going to take the e.l.f. No Budge Retractable Liner. It's just a plain black liner, and don't freak out, but you're just going to very messily run this along the top of your lash line, and make sure to really get in between your lashes so that there's no gaps between your lashes and your liner. You also want to make sure that you tight line, so make sure you get in this upper waterline. I know that this like might freak some people out. It's kind of uncomfortable when you do it for the first time, or maybe the first couple times. You're like, you know, shoving an inanimate object into your eyeball, but I promise you get used to it. Now I'm really gonna freak you guys out, but I'm going to line my bottom waterline, but not only line my bottom waterline, but I'm going to take this black liner and I'm going to put it all the way down here. All right, beautiful. Now that we look better than ever, I know you guys are terrified, but what am I gonna tell you, okay? Trust the process. So anyway, I'm just gonna go in with this little tiny pencil brush, and I'm going to just run along the edges of this on the bottom and on the top, and I'm just gonna smudge this out. And you're gonna have to use a little bit of pressure for this, so be careful, but definitely don't be afraid to use pressure. Just don't, you know, poke your eye out. You basically just want to be messy about it, and it really doesn't matter what it looks like because we're gonna put shadow over top, but you just don't want there to be like a super harsh line. So see, even like how this one, we're just kind of like messing with that top line and pushing upwards and over, and it looks a lot more diffused than this one. Who else did their makeup like this in high school? I mean, before I started smudging it out, but just like a thick black line on the top, thick black line on the bottom, because that was definitely me. And I don't know why we did that, but me and all my friends did that, and I have questions because it never looked good, you know? It never looked good, yet we all did it and we thought that it did, and that just goes to show you that there's hope for you in the future, you know? You'll learn from your mistakes and you won't be such an idiot one day. I mean, as I'm making myself look like an actual lunatic right now, but once again, trust the process. I just went to the bathroom and I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror. Terrifying. All right, so next we are going to go in with this bite-sized eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Truffle, and these are so cute. Look at this packaging, like they're so tiny. By the way, did you know that e.l.f. stands for eyes, lips, face? I don't know if y'all knew, but now you know. I mean, the look that I'm gonna do right now is obviously gonna be very smoky, but even if you didn't wanna do like a smoky eye, you could just do this in the crease and then this on the lid, and then maybe like a little bit of this in the outer corner. Then you have like a completely different eye look. There's just a lot of versatility in this one little teeny tiny palette. I'm going to hop into this shade right here, and I'm going to run this in my crease, and I'm gonna put this shade pretty much touching my eyebrow. So I'm bringing it up pretty far this way, but I'm gonna leave a little bit of space out here. Obviously, like I'm not gonna bring it all the way out there to my eyebrow, but when it comes to this part right here, I'm bringing it all the way up to my eyebrow, and I'm still gonna bring it up pretty high out here, but obviously not all the way to the tip of my eyebrow. And then once again, when you just get to that outer corner, I'm just gonna gently kind of scratch the edges so it's a nice blend. But do you see the pigment on these shadows? Like, this little shadow palette is $3. $3. It's not like the products are cheap. To me, there's a difference between cheap and affordable, and these products are not cheap. They are affordable, but they're really, really good. And to top it off, their products are vegan and cruelty free, so you know they're using good ingredients. You know that they're putting in the extra time and the extra effort and the extra money to make their products vegan and cruelty free and not test on animals and not put crappy, like, harmful ingredients in their products. So I just don't understand how they do all that but then put out good products. Like, you see how pigmented and nice that eyeshadow blended, and it's $3 freaking. Make it make sense. Completely random. I don't know if you guys can see, like, right here, I have this huge scab. I know I was just saying that as an adult, you become less of an idiot, but I take it back because I literally had like the smallest pimple right there, and I popped it, but then after I popped it, I put a drying lotion on top of it. Yeah, don't do that. Don't ever do that, because you shouldn't put a drying lotion on top of broken skin, and that's what I did. And then I burnt the crap out of the side of my nose. Yeah, so it turned into like a huge scab. It just like burnt and then turned into a huge scab. So that's what that is. Good times. Good times. I know people ask me all the time about brushes and like good affordable brushes. Wait, this is not one of them. But this is their Smokey eye brush kit, and it comes with 5 brushes, and it's super affordable. Like I said, I will list the prices and the products and everything down below. I don't know what the price is off the top of my head. I'm going to take this one. This is like a fat like packer brush, and I'm going to hop into this shade right here, and I'm gonna place this like chocolatey brown color in between the black and then that transition color that we have already laid down. And a good trick to avoid fallout, if you're someone that likes to do their base first, you can always just tilt your head back, and that will help prevent fallout as well. But I'm just placing this basically all over the lid. And then just by doing this back and forth tapping motion, you really shouldn't have to go back and blend. But if you would like, you can go back in with a fluffy blending brush and just go over the edges. Next, I'm going to take this small e.l.f. precision brush, and I'm going to go into this black shade, and make sure you tap off all the excess. I'm just really, really carefully going to stamp this along that liner that we placed down. I'll just first stamp it on like this, and then go back over it with little tapping motions like this. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit of a smaller, precise blending brush, and I'm gonna tap back into that brown and just blend those 2 lines together. So it blends nicely and there's not any harsh lines. So for the bottom lash line, you're basically just gonna do the complete opposite that you did on the top. So you're gonna actually start off with the black, and then you're gonna go to the brown, and then you're gonna go to the light brown. So starting off with the black, you are basically just going to stamp over what you have already laid down. Then you're gonna go in with the chocolate brown, and you're gonna go just a little bit lower than that with the chocolate brown. You're just basically running right along where the end of that black liner smudges. Just kind of press along that line. And then lastly, taking that lighter brown on just like a really fluffy pencil brush and just going right along that edge. The steps themselves are not difficult. It's really, really simple. It's just a little bit time consuming, because if you want a really, really nice, perfect gradient blend, it's going to take you just a little bit of extra work. So now that we have that all blended out, I'm just gonna hop into another one of the bite-sized eyeshadow palettes, and this is the Cream and Sugar palette, and I'm going to hop into this shade right here, and I'm going to use this to highlight the inner corner of my eye and then also my brow bone as well. And I'm being very precise about this because I do want this look to be like mostly a matte look, but because it's so dark, I just feel like we need to bring like a little bit of light back into our eyes. so doing this will kind of bring attention towards the inner corner. And you know what, I'm actually not gonna put shimmer on my brow bone. I'm gonna put this matte bone color on my brow bone. I just think that there's something like so sexy and sultry about an all matte eye look. I'm actually gonna add this to the inner corner too, just to tone down that shimmer. And then just to make sure there's no harsh lines anywhere, I'm just gonna go back in and blend around. Make sure everything's perfect. All right, you guys, that is the eyes all complete. And then I'm just going to quickly add mascara and lashes, and then we will be right back. All right, we are back and the eyes are all complete. And I hope to God that my microphone is not picking it up, but they are doing construction outside my house in my neighborhood. And they have these huge dump trucks, and it sounds like just, I don't know if you can hear it, but it literally sounds like nails on a chalkboard. Like, I don't know what the hell it is, but it's the most eerie, disgusting, terrible sound ever. So if you can hear that, I'm very sorry. I wanted to show you guys something really quickly because I know that some people just really aren't like all matte shadow types of people, and I totally get that. And if you are celebrating something, or if you're having a night out and you want that like extra glitz or glam or sparkle, e.l.f. has these little tiny glitter eyeshadows, and they are so pretty. And I was going to add one of them, but I didn't want to. But this is in the shade Copper Pop, and I just want to show you guys what it looks like because they're so pretty. Like, look how pretty that is. I'm refraining because I really wanted to do an all matte look, but just, you know, options if you don't like all matte eyeshadow, these are bomb. And they're super gorgeous. And if you are glitter glam type of gal or guy, then these are for you. All right, last step is lips, and then we are all finished. I'm just gonna take this Retro Paradise lip liner. Once again, this was from a lip kit. I really, really like these. They're not named individually, I don't think. I need to figure this out. I've done this 3 videos in a row, but I really like these lip liners. This is from the Retro Paradise Line and Shine lip kit, and this was limited edition. You can get it because these lip liners are bomb. I'm going to line my lips. And then once I'm done lining my lips, I'm just gonna fill it in with the same exact lip liner. All right, I actually kind of like that all matte, but my lips are just kind of really, really dry right now. So I'm just gonna take the tiniest bit of this e.l.f. lip lacquer, and I'm just gonna dab this on the inside because that's where my lips are the driest. Okay, y'all, this is the finished look. All right, you guys, as always, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I know that this look is like very extra, it's very sultry, it's very dark, it's very smoky, but I think that a look like this would be absolutely perfect to go out and celebrate with, especially after quarantine when no one's really like seen you in a while, and then you show up and you got this going on and they're like, oh damn. So if you don't want everybody turning their heads and staring, maybe this isn't the look for you. But if that's what you want and that's what you deserve, okay, this is it. I'm telling you, you do not need to spend an arm and a leg to get a really, really glam over the top look. Once again, I just want to wish e.l.f. Cosmetics a happy 16th birthday, and thank you guys so much for partnering with me on today's video. It's crazy that you guys even knew who I was, let alone wanted to work with me. It's very surreal. So thank you guys so much for partnering with me. And for those of you at home, if you are celebrating a quarantine birthday or you're about to celebrate a quarantine birthday, try to find the positive in it and still celebrate and still get done up because you deserve it. Or even if you're not celebrating and you've kind of just like been feeling like meh about yourself lately, I promise you, put on a smoky eye like this, you're gonna be feeling yourself all day, okay? You're gonna be checking yourself out. It's gonna be a thing. I wanted to do something that everybody could afford, that was super simple. So try it out, tag me on Instagram. I'll make sure to repost you guys on my stories. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope to see your recreations. I love you guys so much. And hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye guys. Oh yeah, and one more thing because I always forget. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up because it actually really helps with the algorithm, and if YouTube thinks that you're enjoying my content, then they will push it more, so that'll really help me out. And what will also help me out is if you subscribe to my channel and you turn on the notification bell. Something like 40% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed to my channel, and it kind of just like hurts my heart a little bit. Like it's just like one little click, just a little click, you know, that's all it is. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I love you guys. I will see you in the next one.